students, myself Priyanka Sinha from Careers Catalyst. Today in this video, we will talk about the blood vascular system. As in previous video, we already discussed about blood, its composition and its function also. Here in this video, we will talk how this blood travels inside our body. By using the blood vascular system only, the blood travels inside our body. Not only blood, rather than the nutrients, the hormones, everything along with blood travels in our body by using this vascular system. So we are going to discuss about the blood vascular system in detail here. Now, in higher organism, we know the substance like oxygen, carbon dioxide, hormones, the digested food, and even the other waste material also are transported by what? Transportatory system. We have two types of circulatory system, that is blood vascular system and lymphatic system. By using blood vascular system and lymphatic system, we are able to transport these all material like carbon dioxide, oxygen, hormones, and the digested food and even the other waste material very easily to the relevant organ or tissue. So this is done by blood vascular system and lymphatic system. Here we will discuss both the system in detail. First we will talk about blood vascular system. The blood vessels are tubular structure. This vascular or tubular structure help to transport blood easily from one part of our body to remaining parts. If we stretch, it's quite interesting, if we stretch our vascular system of a normal child, you can say, then it can wrap the earth 2.5 times. So it's quite interesting कितना elongated है हमारा जो blood vascular system है inside our body. It is made up of what? Arteries, veins and capillaries. Our blood vascular system is made up of arteries, veins and capillaries. Here we will discuss about arteries, veins and capillaries in detail. First talk about arteries. Arteries are thick-walled blood vessel. It is what? It is thick-walled blood vessel which carry the blood away from the heart. The main function of artery is to carry the blood away from heart. It always carry oxygenated blood. Arteries always carry oxygenated blood. But we have a special artery in our body that is named as pulmonary artery. This is only the artery which carry deoxygenated blood inside our body. कहाँ से कहाँ तक? From the heart to the lungs, because we know lungs is the site only where we exchange the gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen by using alveoli. Arteries do not have valves. Arteries are more elastic than veins. These are the points that we need to learn. Actually in exam, they can ask you what is the difference between arteries and veins. So you need to learn at least 3 to 4 difference between arteries and veins. If we talk about the wall of arteries, then they are thick-walled. Why they are thick-walled? To cope up with the pressure which is exerted by the blood on the wall of arteries. Because here the blood which is traveling is oxygenated blood and it is quite energetic blood. So when it travels via arteries, then it exerts lots of pressure on the wall of arteries. So it will have to thick-walled so that it can cope up with the pressure which is exerted by blood when it is traveling through artery. Now let me show you the structure of artery. As you can see, it is triple layered membrane, as you can see here. Okay, and this is the area which is named as lumen. This is what? This is named as lumen. Lumen is basically the space, okay, of a tubular structure, or you can see it is just an opening of a tubular structure from which actually the blood will travel. Okay, it is just an opening from where the blood will travel. Now, if we talk about artery, then the lumen of artery is what? Narrow. It is quite narrow. So obviously, if the open space from which the blood need to travel is narrow, then the pressure of blood will be more here. That's why, because of the narrow lumen, the pressure of blood in arteries is little bit high. Now, if we talk about the walls of artery, Then it is made up of muscle tissue. Okay, it is made up of what? Muscle tissue and elastic tissue also. The muscle tissue make the wall of artery strong. It helps to make the wall of artery strong. And the elastic tissue, obviously, it make it what? Elastic. Because of that, the wall of arteries can resist the pressure which is exerted by the blood which is traveling through this. So it can cope up with high pressure because of only the 3-layer membranes by which the artery is made up of. It is made up of what? Muscle cell and elastic cell. Muscle tissue and elastic tissue make it strong and elastic so that it can withstand the high pressure exerted by the blood which is traveling through this narrow lumen. The largest artery in our body is defined as aorta. It is defined as what? Aorta. Aorta is the largest artery and it is just present in the opening of heart from where the oxygenated blood actually fuse out to remaining parts of the body. From aorta only, the oxygenated blood from the heart pass on to remaining parts of our body. This aorta is further divided into small arteries that is defined as arterioles. Now we will talk about vein. Vein are thin-walled blood vessel which collect blood from different organ of the body and carry them to the heart. ये क्या करता है? बाकी सारे पार्ट से ब्लड को कलेक्ट करके हार्ट तक पहुंचाता है. All veins carry deoxygenated blood. If we discuss about the main function of vein, then obviously it carry what? Deoxygenated blood. But here also one exception, except pulmonary vein, because the pulmonary vein is only the vein which carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. Veins have valve also. Veins are less elastic if we compare it with arteries, and they are thin-walled also. They are not thick-walled like artery, they are thin-walled. Why? Because here the pressure of blood is not that much high जितना कि हमने artery में पढ़ा था. Here you can see this is the valve which actually present here to prevent the backflow of blood. When the blood actually enters here, then this valve will close and it assures that there is no backflow of blood. So here, what is the function of valve? Valve help to prevent the backflow of blood. Now, veins के further division को, जैसे arteries के smallest part को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Arterioles. Arteries are further divided in arterioles. वैसे ही veins are further divided in venules. Now, if we talk about the structure of the wall of vein, then it is thin-walled as we discussed earlier. Okay, it is made up of elastic fiber. It is made up of elastic fiber and smooth muscle also. Okay, it is made up by elastic and smooth muscle, which actually makes the flow of blood inside the vein slow and steady. Because of this elastic and smooth muscle tissue present here, the flow of blood is slow and steady here. Not only this the reason, if we talk about the lumen, then in arteries, the lumens were narrow, but here the lumens is wide. Here the lumen is what? Wide. The diameter of opening the cross section from where the blood will flow, it is quite wide as compared to artery. Because of the wide lumen, the pressure of blood in vein is low. The pressure of blood is low here or slow here as compared to arteries, only because of this wide lumen and because of this elastic and smooth muscle tissue also, which make the flow of blood slow and steady here. Now we will talk about capillaries. Capillaries are very thin-walled, extremely narrow, microscopic blood vessels. It is extremely narrow. It is, it is smaller than the human hair even in width. And if we talk about the exact dimension, that it is approximately 4 to 10 micrometer only in diameter. So it is microscopic blood vessel. These walls are permeable to water, to small molecules, dissolved food, and waste product. Because of this permeable membrane only, capillaries help to exchange material like nutrients, like oxygen, even though the waste material, the toxic material, the hormones, these all things can be exchanged easily by using this permeable membranes which is present in capillaries. They connect both. Arteries and veins are connected via what? Capillaries only. The exchange of food material, gases, and waste material takes place through capillaries only. As it is permeable to water and dissolved substance, so obviously it helps to exchange the material like food, gases, and waste product easily. Okay. If we talk about the speed of blood, then obviously it is fastest in artery, it is slowest, अगर सबसे कम स्पीड की बात करें then it is in capillaries, and उससे थोड़ी ज़्यादा स्पीड होती है कहाँ पर? वेन में. The speed of blood in capillaries should be low. Why? Because here we need to exchange material like carbon dioxide, oxygen, food, waste material, toxic material, hormones, these all things we need to exchange here. So that exchangement can be done only when the speed of blood will be less here. That's why the speed of blood is very less when it is traveling through the capillaries. Now, as you can see here, at a particular moment, about 30% of blood is present in our arteries. Okay. 5% of blood is present in capillaries and 65% is in vein, because it is, as you can see here, it is quite wide lumen here and it is narrow lumen. Because of that, less amount of blood will be present here, and because of the wide lumen, the large amount of blood will be present here. And because of this wide lumen only, the pressure exerted by blood is little bit less here as compared to arteries. Now we will talk about our next system, that is lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is second important circulatory system that transport the liquid called lymph. Now, why we need this lymphatic system when we have a well-developed vascular system, that is blood vascular system? You know what happened? When blood is traveling via arteries, veins and capillaries, then sometime it may leak. Okay, अभी सब कुछ 100% proof तो होता नहीं है. Sometime it may leak. Then at that time, the lymphatic system makes sure that the blood return back to the bloodstream, or the blood return back to the blood circulatory system. So here lymphatic system work, and how it works: when our blood circulatory system fail, or simply you can say when our blood circulatory system leak, then at that time the lymphatic system help to carry out or to return back all the material that is leaked via blood circulatory system. Okay. Now, what are the substances that may leak from blood circulatory system? It is only the capillaries. It is only the capillaries that may burst, and because of the bursting of capillaries, few of the substance from blood may leak and may come outside. Outside matlab kahan? Obviously outside there will be lots of cell only, so in between the cell. Okay. So what are the substances that may be leaked via capillaries? It is not the blood cell. The blood cell never leak out via capillaries because it is permeable and it is quite narrow. And if we talk about the size of blood cell, then obviously उनका जो size है वो काफी बड़ा होता है, so it cannot be squeezed out from here. Via capillaries, our blood cell are big enough, so it cannot be squeezed out from here. So obviously only the liquid part is present here that may leak. And what are the liquid part? That is called what? Plasma. So plasma may leak from here. Now what happened? This particular plasma may get mixed with cell. Obviously outside the capillaries, what is present here? It is only the cell. So this fluid mixed with cell which is leaking from capillaries. Okay. Now the lymphatic system will work. Now this lymphatic system will carry out all the squeeze out material from here and transport it back to blood circulatory system. This fluid which is present outside the capillaries is defined as extracellular fluid. We name that fluid as what? Extracellular fluid. When it enters the lymphatic system, अभी ये जो fluid है जो cell के साथ अभी mixed है, when it will enter to the lymphatic system, then that substance, that liquid will be defined as what? Lymph. This is only the lymph. The fluid which actually released via capillaries will get mixed with cell outside the capillaries. Now, when these liquid, these extracellular fluid enter in the lymphatic system, then we define that as what? Lymph. Okay. If suppose the capillaries are continuously losing this liquid which is called plasma, then what happens? Then obviously we will not able to survive, because we don't only want the blood cells. Rather than blood cell, we need plasma also for the fluent movement of all the blood cell in our blood vascular system. If suppose the amount of plasma will be less in our blood circulatory system or in our blood, then it is not easy to transport all the material via that liquid medium, right? So we need an appropriate amount of plasma there, but if capillaries will burst and all the plasma will release from there, then it is quite harmful to us. Then here the lymphatic system will work and will carry out all the material back to our blood circulatory system. Okay, the fluid, what are the substance? I told you the fluid that is called plasma, but sometimes, you know, rather than plasma, rather than that fluid or water or plasma, you can say some small protein also may come out. Okay, and because of high pressure, the blood is traveling through very high pressure via all the arteries, veins and capillaries. So maybe because of high pressure, some small protein molecules may come out. All the substance, not only the plasma will come back here in lymphatic system, all the substance, whatever be released via this capillaries, all the substance will come back in lymphatic system, and then this lymphatic system will transport all the material back to the blood circulatory system. So obviously you can say the blood circulatory system plays very important role here, but the lymphatic system also play a very important role here. As a backup plan, the lymphatic system is present here that we discussed here. It consists of lymph capillaries, lymph vessel and lymph nodes. Now we will talk about the function of lymphatic system or the function of lymphs. Lymph carry digested and absorbed fat from small intestine to different tissue of the body. Sometime when we digest our food in digestive system, then obviously after that it reaches to small intestine. But sometimes, you know, the wall of small intestine are not able to absorb, or you can say the capillaries are not able to absorb the complex protein molecules. Then at that time also, the lymphatic system will act and it will carry all the complex food from there and it reaches to where? Heart, and after that it will be oxidized there and you can use that as energy. Lymph drain excess fluid from extracellular space back into the blood. ये भी हमने सीखा. And next is what? Lymph protects cell in the tissues from infection also, because it contains lot of WBC also, which help to fight against disease. So this is about lymphatic system that we discussed here. Hope you understood all the things. In next video, we will talk about the human heart. This is the structure of lymphatic system that you can see here. Actually, we are not going to discuss about lymphatic system in detail. We need to learn only the function of lymphatic system here that we discussed. So thank you for watching our video.